growing up in Atlanta, I had a chance to see the world. It was very diverse, even in the 80s and the 90s, Atlanta was. And my father was Keith Sweat's interior decorator. You know who Keith Sweat is? One thing about it, there was a generational curse there from my father's side of the family where alcoholism was very heavy. So my father began to drink because that's what he saw, his father do, and the violence. And I began to see my mom be physically abused by my father growing up from age 5 to 15. And as a girl, that did a lot to me. That already taught me how to be behind bars. Because I saw Mama go through it, and Mama loved her family. Mama was job, I'm gonna keep my family together. She tried everything. But it had to be my father's choice to decide when he was gonna change his life. Mama did all she could do. So she raised us 3 kids on her own, in and out. My father and my mother, they remarried 3 times trying to make it work out. So my father, he had his problem. My mother would keep the family together. Dad knew about the Lord. Mom raised me in church. Grandmother. My perfect example of what a marriage should be was my grandparents. My grandparents were married over 65 years. That's a long time to be married. A long time to be married. So I had that example in front of me. So I ended up marrying someone that was 20 years older than me, thinking that, hey, I always attracted older men because I always looked for a father figure because my dad was there monetarily, but he just wasn't there with the time that I needed. So therefore, age 15, I lost my virginity, just things that I knew that Satan thought he had a trap for me. But there was this thing called track and field. I was really good in sports. So I ended up getting a track scholarship to East Tennessee State University. From there, when I went to college, I was very focused in college because I knew I had to run track and keep the grades and keep doing what I was doing. However, got my first degree in education. My second degree was a clinical social worker with a concentration in behavioral health. I was a social worker. I am a licensed master social worker, and my background is mental health. Notice I said mental health. Okay. You'd think I would be smart enough to not realize the devil threw me a trick. I ended up marrying someone who was identical to my father, except the man did not hit me. He didn't hit me. He wasn't physically abusive. As a matter of fact, the nicest person on earth. Really nice today. But he had a cocaine addiction that he could not beat. And that's where the problem was. The cocaine addiction. So he would leave me 4 and 5 days on this cocaine binge, and I would stay home, and I would have to pay the bills, I would have to do the things, and I was like, wait a minute, there's a cycle here. I saw my mama go through some of this stuff. I still got behind bars. See, the bars don't care about your race, it don't care about your social economic status, it don't care about your class, it don't care if you're in the projects, it don't care if you're in a mansion. You can be behind the bars of your own mental thinking. So when I see people, I can't stand when people are judging people. Oh my God, her skirt is too short. But when did you go to her and pull her to a side and say, baby, let's go shopping for some new jeans? But you want to talk about the problem and not be a cause and effect of helping the problem. See, it's things like that. We look at our girls, we look at our young men. Oh, they're in trouble, they're doing this, but they're only doing what was displayed in front of them. So what happened to me is I began to spiral down. I developed low self-esteem, and yes, at that time I was the first African-American Mrs. Tennessee. I was Mrs. Georgia. I was the beauty queen that everybody thought had it all together. Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to have any problems, right? Because everybody's daughter's looking up to me while I wave at the parades, while I have the crown on my head, while I'm looking all cute. But I messed up on the inside. So what did I do to fulfill those fantasies? I began, because I wasn't getting the attention from my husband, I began to seek other men. And I would travel to cities. It was nothing for me to be a player puncho, meet a guy with a 6-figure and have his ring, have whatever I wanted on my hands and on my body in just a matter of 5 seconds. I have pimped your ride. That's just who I developed into because of the pain and hurt. See, pain will make you do some crazy stuff. Love will too, but pain will make you destroy yourself. I began to lose who I was. I knew better. Like I said, I was educated, the master's degree, but I still got caught up in that lifestyle. Quit looking at people and thinking that, oh, they got it all together. I want to be that person. No, you don't. You don't know who you want to be. You don't even know who you are. How you going to want to be somebody else if you can't even be you? You can't even be you well. How can you can master yourself well. I knew that the Lord was allowing me to experience everything that I was experiencing so that I did not develop a judgmental bone in my body. I became a sophisticated hoe. That's all I was. That's all I was. That's it. I just had money. I had a car. I had a house. I had, whatever I wanted. But I still was violating me. And I was no better than that girl in the projects that was having 5 or 6 or 7 baby daddies. I just chose to protect myself and didn't have any. So therefore, I don't judge people. And when you find people who judge people, that's because they're going through something themselves that they can't quite figure out. And we have to get in our minds, our bodies, and our souls that at any given day it can be you. Any given day you can be walking to the bus stop. Any given day you could be in that food stamp line. Any given day you could be in that homeless shelter. Any given day you could be in that psychiatric hospital losing your everlasting mind. Any given day you could be suicidal with thoughts with a gun to your head, with shooting up what kind of drug, with taking what kind of pills to knock you out so that you don't have to feel the pain. Any kind of day you could be cutting yourself. I can tell you from experience, each one of you are 1 day, 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour from a nervous breakdown if you don't have a man named Jesus that you can call on every day. So that's what when you walk out of here today, I want you to see that perspective, that any given day, any given second, any given hour, any given moment, I can be that person. Instead of talking about the person that's on drugs, help that person. You don't know their life. You don't know what they've gone through. You don't know. Who came in here with a situation? Be honest. We can be real in here. At Beauty Behind Bars, we are going to be real. If you can't be real, no. I want y'all to be real in here. I want you to be honest with yourself because you can't help yourself. You can't get out of your situation without the honesty, okay? So let's just be real with ourselves. Beauty Behind Bars, we on lockdown right now. We in solitary confinement. One thing about these handcuffs, they all blinged out, they pretty, right? This is how we look in the spirit. We all pretty, we all blinged out. We look so good and, but all of us came in here with this situation. And with this situation, it's like, it looks like this in the spirit. We're taking our seats. Well, this is life and I'm going to change one day. Yeah, I know I got a problem. I keep sleeping around. I keep drinking. I keep smoking. I keep drinking. I keep gang banging. I keep hanging around these people who I know is not good for me. I keep lying. I keep stealing. I keep cheating. But one day I'm gonna change, and I really am gonna change. And the situation is still following you. You ain't really made your mind up to change. You just change. So every time you go somewhere, everywhere you go, situation is going to follow. And that's what's wrong with y'all right now. The situation is following. It's going everywhere you go. It ain't changing. And then next thing you know, God is saying, I really want to help your situation. I really want to help you. But instead of going to get the help that you need, you go to your neighbor and, hey girl, how you doing? I really want to tell you something. See, because if I can get you connected with me, and see, I think you can solve the problem, but really you got a problem too. You got your own situation that you sit in, and now I done got you connected with my situation, and now we both getting on mental death row together, and now we both under arrest because we really don't know how to solve our own problems in the spirit. And now come on, sister girl, come on with me. Yeah. See, now instead of solving my problem the way I knew I was supposed to, I'm getting everybody else in the situation. And see, if I can get you in the situation, come on with me. See, I said I was gonna change, but since my mind really ain't made up, girl, how you doing? Right. You gonna come, girl? I'm tired of him. He getting on my nerves. Girl, let's go shake life. Let's go do this. Come on. And now we got a bunch of women just in a bunch of situations. They still ain't nothing changing. Yeah. We got the situation. Keep going. And now, oh my goodness, girl. What we gonna do? We got a bunch of miserable women together. Yeah. They don't know what to do because they on mental death row. And they're, hey girl, how you doing? still got that dime bag. Girl, come on. Come on, let me show you. Girl, you know it's okay. It's okay. Come on with me. Come on. Well, you know, we gonna go over here and get Raquel. Because Raquel really wanna holler at Andre. See, if we can get Raquel to holler at Andre. But you know what? Hold on 1 second. Y'all got to come on. See, ain't nobody helping me with my situation yet. Everybody getting involved, but they ain't telling me nothing that I'm supposed to be hearing. So now we got a platform of nothing but a bunch of situations. Come on. And everybody sit in this seat at the same time. So why are we going to people with our problems? The only person that can sit in this chair and take everything that we have gone through, that take every mess that we have carried, is Jesus, the blood of Jesus. We rather go around talking to everybody about our situation instead of bringing him. See, when you think of the word situation, it's SITUATION. Situation. You are the it in your situation. You are the main factor in this thing. It is you, and until you change it, it ain't going nowhere. You're going to keep sitting in that same thing. Either you're going to resolve it, or you're going to bring everybody else with you in this situation. Because that's the way it looks in the spirit. We begin to bring all these things together, and we don't go to the source of where we're supposed to get our source from. Yeah. And it looks like this. You see how silly it is? All these women bound up in chains. And this ain't nothing but spiritual bondage. This ain't nothing but generational curses. Yes. This ain't nothing but just the enemy destroying all of us one by one. Why? Because one has not made up the mind to change the situation. That's right. Do you know why it's so hard? You know why it makes no sense? You know why you can't play hide and go seek with yourself? Because you always it. That's right. You always it. And until one decides that they're going to break this kind of bondage off of their life, that's the way it begins. You know what? Girl, I think I'm finna change. I'm tired of being with y'all. Right. Y'all broke, I'm broke, everything broke, he broke, she broke, it's a joke. Y'all, and next thing you know, we don't decide to get this thing right. Our situation gonna have us chained. Oh. See, there's a difference between being chained and handcuffed. Yeah. Handcuffed, you got a possibility to get a key and unlock it. Mm-hmm. When you chained, ain't nothing coming loose into a link break. Yeah. Oh. And chain is with a handcuff, you have a key to open it. Yes. Mm-hmm. But with a chain, this thing ain't coming off until it breaks. Yep. Right. Which lets me know with handcuffs, you got a decision. Because you are the key to your own situation. Say, I am the key. I am the key to my own situation. Okay, so when one person decides that they're going to change, you begin to see the domino effect of things breaking off. But we can be a pretty mess all we want to. Wow. Sit up and here pretending. But you walk out of here without your deliverance. You walk out of here without anything. You're going to look just like this in the spirit. It's going to look just like this. It's going to look just like this. Pretty handcuffs. All these situations. Pretty handcuffs. I'm faking it till I make it. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Pretty handcuffs. I'm just adding on to it. Every time I decide I don't want to do it, I'm just adding on to it. Pretty handcuffs. I told him I wasn't going to sleep with him no more, but I found myself right back in bed with him. Jeez, I done did it again. I said I wasn't going to do this, and now my kids getting taken from me from the state because I don't know how to put the crack pipe down, because until I get my mind made up, I'm just going to have these pretty situations. Yeah, everybody looking at me on the outside, they think I'm beautiful, I'm looking good, I'm walking like I talk it. Yeah. Literally. will see you coming from a mile away and they run. How many of y'all know somebody like this? You see them coming from a, hey girl, you like, no. Come on girl, how you doing? Soon as they leave your porch, girl, watch out, what's the color on her way to your house? Y'all know somebody like this? Yes. Miss Chain Gang. How you doing? She like, don't pray that I'm in there. How you doing? And they can talk about everything but getting themselves out of their problem. You don't want to be this woman. You don't want to be this person. Because this is how mental death row looks. It's pretty on the outside. These handcuffs are very pretty till you get in them. And figure out there's some things, and things are frustrating you. You can't maneuver, you can't move. Then they begin to be like, they're pretty on the outside. But they're ugly. Because they keep things locked. No freedom. No freedom. Woo! I want you to repeat after me. Say, the jeans you wear. The jeans you wear. Are the jeans that you share. Are the jeans that you share. The jeans you are wearing. The jeans you are wearing. Are coming from the jeans you are sharing. Okay. So the most important number in your life, the most important number pattern in your life is 86,400. I want you to remember that. Say 86,400. 400. There are 86,400 seconds in a day. Each of us have a bank account and it's called time. With 86,400 seconds in a day. Every time you make a choice or decision, whether good or bad, you alter your life. You alter your destiny. I guess you say, Tiffany, what do you mean by that? Okay, perfect example. I'm on the right track right now, but as soon as I decide to go back to my old lifestyle, I have altered my destiny. God didn't alter it. I did, because I chose to do that. You have a choice in everything. When you write out the word choice, S-H-O-I-C-E, the big letter that stands out is I, because you always have a choice. Whether you make the right choice or the wrong choice, it's still a choice. Even if you decide not to make a choice, you still made a choice. It's a choice. And it's going to produce an outcome, whether you like it or not. So there are 86,400 seconds in a day. How will you use yours? I want you to say that. Say, how will I use mine? How will I use mine? See, when you think about this thing, hours are not important. Minutes are not important. Days are not important. The most important part of your life are seconds. You can mess up your life in a matter of seconds. You can make the wrong choice in a matter of seconds. You can devastate something in a matter of seconds. And if you don't believe me, you can ask somebody that's serving time, real time. I've been to San Quentin prison. They flew me out there to speak to over 4,000 inmates, some on death row, some not. And you will ask them, why are you in here? I made a wrong choice in a matter of seconds. I don't know what happened. It just, I clicked, and in a matter of seconds, I was here. You can change your life in a matter of seconds. So if you can destroy your life in a matter of seconds, you can improve your life in a matter of seconds. So 86,400 seconds in a day. And everything that you are doing in this moment right now has everything to do with the choices and decisions you made in a moment. I'm going to repeat that. Everything that you are doing right now in this very moment has everything to do with the choices and decisions you made in a moment. So you can't be blaming your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brothers, your cousins. It is you. Y-O-U. And the most important letter in you is you. Because you cannot run away from you, so why let others control you? Write that down, write that down. You, Y-O-U. You cannot run You can't outdo you. Because you are you. So why let others control you? They may be part of the equation, but they're not you. They spell out Y-O-U, but they're not you. So why let others control you? You got to control yourself. You have to tell yourself, not this time. I'm not making the wrong choices. I'm not making the wrong decisions. I'm not doing this anymore. I control me. I am me. I determine how I'm going to wake up and put my clothes on in the morning. I determine those choices and decisions. Not my mother. Yes, some of us grew up in some messed up situations. Some of you had parents that were on drugs. Some of you had mothers that may have been prostitutes on drugs. It does not matter. You still, at the end of the day, have to make the right choice and decision. It's got to be you. Can't nobody do nothing for you in this life like you can. I don't want nobody to be in control of what I do. I love my mama, but I don't even want my mama in control of my life. She got her own life to live. And some of y'all better start having a deuce ministry. You know what a deuce ministry is? I holler. Hey girl, you want to do this? Nope, I holler. You want to come with me up? Nope, I holler. Come on and go with me. I holler. We ain't going to your place no more. That's why I'm knocked up right now. We're not doing that no more. And not to pick at women who have had children out of wedlock. It could have happened to me. It just didn't. Not saying that you cannot be successful, because you can. There's a lot of successful women who have had children as teens, and their children are successful. So don't get it twisted. We just not going back to that lifestyle. Once you've learned and been on your back long enough, you don't want to get on your back no more. Even if it is that, no, I ain't getting on my back no more. I just got off my back. Literally, I'm not doing it again. I'll holler. Had that Deuces ministry ready. Had that Deuces ministry ready. So each of us are made up of 25,000 to 35,000 genes. Write that down. We are all made up of 25,000 to 35,000 genes. If I gave you $25,000 right now, what would you do with it, mother? She said she'd keep it as long as she could. If I gave you $30,000 right now, what would you do with it? You don't know. If I gave you $30,000, what would you do with it? Get a car? What about you, sweetie?
Get my family out before everything.
Get your family out? Okay. What would you do with $25,000 right now?
Cool.
Wow. Paying tithes still, but I'm going to give you a car too.
Okay, she's going to get her car, pay her tithes. Not once did I hear any of you say you would waste it. So why are we wasting our 25,000 to 30,000 genes that we are made up on stuff that don't do us no good? It can't buy you nothing but heartache and pain. You're not going to waste that money. You're going to spend it on something, but you sure ain't going to waste it. You ain't going to rip it up and burn it up and be like, it's no good. You got to value your life enough to say, I'm worth something. I may not know what I'm doing right now, but I'm worth it. I'm valuable to something. I got to think enough of myself to know that. I'm not going to waste these 25,000 to 30,000 genes on nothing. Oh, nothing. I got a lot to lose. I got a lot to lose, ladies. A lot to lose. So don't ever let anyone allow you to make you think you're not worth anything. Don't let people put you in a box. Live life outside the box. You're gonna have a lot of time to be in that box. Trust me. When you probably gonna be dead longer than you live. So since you're going to have your lifetime of being dead in a box already, they're going to put you 6 feet under. That is your destiny for everyone who's living. We are all going to die, right? We're going to die. But it is our choice to let either someone bury us or borrow us. Everything that we do in this life is nothing but borrowed success. And I'll give you an example. I got an example for everything, so get ready. I try to stay on a level where I'm not too complex. What I mean by that is everything in this life is nothing but borrowed success. For example, Patti LaBelle, she made them sweet potato pies, right? But do you know a man named George Washington Carver actually discovered the sweet potato and invented the sweet potato pie? And therefore, Patti LaBelle ain't did nothing but borrow his success. He's just dead now, but he lived it. That's what it means. Who's going to borrow you? Your family, you're here, you're living. You got to make something. You got to build a legacy because we got to borrow you. We can't bury you with your talent. Our womb is the most important thing that we own. Out of here is life. We got to borrow you. We can't bury you because if we bury you, there's nothing else left. There's a lot of buried people in the graveyard. You know why there's gates in front of the graveyard? Because people are dying to get in. And some of y'all right now just dying to get in. I'm dead already. Just let me in the gates. Put me in the box. I let everybody run over me anyway. I'm already dead. Just put me in the box. I ain't got nothing to live for. You're already a walking cemetery. You are the walking dead. I'm just a walking cemetery. I'm just going to live life like this. And God already told you that there is life, there's power and life in the tongue, right? Yes. And what we speak, we shall have. And what we say is what we can become. Yeah. So if there's life and death in the power of the tongue, why don't you choose life? Yes. I'm not fixing to let the devil have target practice on me. I'm done with that life. And that's what all of you got to tell yourself too. I'm done living my life inside of a box. Jesus. You know, when you are born, people look down at you. No, seriously. When you came out of your mother's womb, the doctors delivered you and they, oh, that's such a pretty baby. They look down on you. When you die, people are going to walk around that casket and they're going to look down at you. Wow. But my question today is, when are you going to get somebody something to look up to while you live? Look up to you. You got all your life to be in that box, I promise you. Don't be doing box practice right now. You don't be doing box practice right now. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Okay, so the jeans you wear are the jeans you share. The jeans you are wearing are coming from the jeans you are sharing. Okay, so say the jeans you wear are the jeans you share. The jeans you are wearing are coming from the jeans you are sharing. Some of you are wearing blue jeans. You're depressed, you're down, you're out. I just don't know what I want to do with myself because I'm depressed and you really developed it honestly because maybe your mama was depressed, your daddy was depressed, but somehow along in these genes we developed this depression. And this is the latest style that we wear so well because these are the jeans that were handed to us. So these are the jeans that we wear so well. And then one thing about the blue jean is that if we don't learn how to transition and go shopping for some new jeans, we end up developing into some black jeans. See, black jeans is I'm negative. I develop well in the dark because I'm negative. I don't know anything but just being dark, being down, being depressed because I never understood the blue jeans. So I developed another jean and I done got into these dark jeans. And these dark jeans make me so dark that that's all I know how to do is be dark. Suicide lives here. Because I don't know how to handle the pressures of life because that blue pair of jeans came to me and now I'm tired of those. I've outgrown those jeans and now I've developed into another jean. And these black jeans, see, there's no light here because I'm hiding behind those things that cause me to be maybe something I don't want to be, but I just can't quite figure out why I ended up that way. So we start with the blue jean, from the blue jean to the black jean. And then from the black jean, this next pair of jeans is what I wore very well because I couldn't understand why I was doing the things I was doing to myself and I was at war with myself and I began to put on these fighting jeans. Because one thing about a depression and one thing about being negative and one thing about being dark, it will make you angry at yourself and at the world. And you begin to wear these fighting jeans so well, it becomes the latest fashion for you. And all you do is produce drama, 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 drama. Because all you do is wear fighting jeans. So it starts from the blue gene, developing into the dark gene. Now we have a fighting gene. And the genes you wear are the genes you share. And as I begin to master my own life, and I think that sleeping around is what I was supposed to do. And, I felt good for myself. I felt good about myself for a moment. And I began to put on these next pair of jeans so well. I wore these jeans so well that they began to be my designer jeans. See, the person wearing the designer jeans are fake. We're going to fake it till we make it. We want everybody to think we got it going on the outside. But on the inside, we're so messed up because we got on these designer jeans. We wear the latest fashion of design, but inside we ain't got designed by nothing. But problems, heartache, everything we put ourselves through. But we want everybody to think that we are good and that we are okay. And if we don't catch this thing early, we'll start from the blue jean. From the blue jean to the dark jean. From the dark jean to the fighting jean to the designer jean.
My Lord.
From the designer jeans. And we're saying to ourselves on a daily basis, how did I get there? It's because the jeans you wear are the jeans you share. The jeans you are wearing are developing to the jeans you are sharing. And so life begins to go on, and I'm making it till I make it. And I think I'm doing very well until I decide to now develop into these jeans where I'm doing so good at hiding things that now I've got on my hideaway jeans. Because if I put my problem in this zipper, and by day she's a clerk, by night she turns stripper. I'm in the choir, but I know I'm sleeping with deacon such and such and such, so I'm going to hide that right here. I know I'm the youth pastor, but at night I'm dispensing marijuana right out of my own house, and everybody coming and drinking and getting high and partying where I live. So I'm going to put these hideaway jeans on, because if I put these hideaway jeans on, I can hide away from the things that really matter. I can hide from who I really am inside. I can hide these things because I mask it. And then from the hiding begins the cutting. I do these very well because I hide. And see, I started from the blue jean. From the blue jean to the dark jean. From the dark jean to the fighting jean. From the fighting jean to the designer jean. From the designer jean to the hiding jeans. To the hideaway jeans. Now I don't know who I am because I've shared my jeans so much. I really don't even understand what's going on with my life right now because, I haven't really gave the situation to God, but I keep on trying on these jeans like they're the latest fashion. But every time I outgrow a pair, I gain a pair. And I want to start looking like somebody else. I want to start being something that I'm not so much that I will begin to put on jeans that don't quite fit. I can be like you. I know that I really can. I'm going to try so hard to be you because it seems like you got it going on, but I don't really see the tears in the ribs of your life because I'm not satisfied with my own life. So I'm trying to put on some jeans that don't fit me. I didn't design these jeans, but I'm going to put these jeans on anyway. I'm going to be like Felicia, because Felicia got it going on. Felicia got the Benz. Felicia got the men. Felicia got all this stuff. But Felicia's a boss. But you don't realize Felicia just slept with that man for a food stamp because there ain't no boss, that's a loss. I'm going to be her so bad. Oh yeah, I'm going to be Felicia. Even if it hurts me, even if it rips me apart to try to be something that I'm not, I'm going to be it. Because it appears she has it going on. I'm forcing myself in these jeans that God never designed. See, once you force yourself in a pair of jeans to fit into another pair of jeans that God didn't design for you, it becomes a hand-me-down jean. See, I'm going to put on these hand-me-down jeans because I'm not satisfied with the jeans that were designed for me. So I'm walking around, but I look silly in the spirit because I'm trying to be like everybody else. Hey girl, how you doing? Hey girl, how you doing? You like, ooh. Have you ever seen somebody that just got on the wrong outfit it, everything just wrong about it. Everything hanging out, everything loosey-goosey, ain't matching. But they think they look good. That's how you look in the spirit. Trying on these hand-me-down jeans. But you want to be Felicia so bad. Well, Felicia starts to lose her car. Felicia starts to lose her house. Felicia man done left her for somebody else on the street. Felicia. And now you don't want to be Felicia. God, I gotta get out these jeans. I don't want to be Felicia no more. Lord, help me, Jesus. I can't get out, God. Help me, God. But he's like, you want to be Felicia so bad? Now you telling Felicia bye and she won't go nowhere. Felicia like, nope, you stuck with me. And to the point now, you have all these hand-me-down jeans. And you now look like this in the spirit because you have torn yourself to shreds. Trying to be something you're not. Trying to be Felicia. Oh, God. Felicia all messed up. And now that Felicia messed up, you messed up right on with her. It's just like that situation I showed you. So we go from the blue jean. From the blue jean to the dark jean. From the dark jean to the fighting jean. From the fighting jean to the designer jean. From the designer jean to the hideaway jean. From the hideaway jean to the hand-me-down jean. Because we don't know who we are. The jeans we wear are the jeans that we share. The jeans we are sharing becomes the jeans we are wearing. Every time we decide to lay down with somebody, we pick up a new jean. Whether they have deposited it in you or not, they have deposited a soul tie. And it is an incubus and a succubus spirit that will torment you, that will give you an addiction. And before you know it, you have lost your mind. You have all these spirits in you. You're wearing all these jeans. Let's see how all these jeans are spread out across this room. That's how it looks in the spirit. And see, now, these next pair of jeans. And I'm sure some of you can relate to it because you're probably going through it right now. There comes a point in your life where when you get in trouble, when the drugs are gone, when the men are gone, when the friends are gone, when you by yourself, you can't go to prom because you're pregnant. Nobody's going to people judging you, people looking at you because you done made the wrong choice, the wrong decision, and now you're feeling like you're by yourself, but this is the best place to be sometimes in life. We hit as a rock bottom situation, and we begin to wear our bell bottom jeans. We begin to have this rock bottom situation. And one thing about being in a rock bottom situation, this is where God can talk to you. This is where he begins to minister you. This is where the dope runs out. This is where you can't call the men and they won't give you no more money. This is where you lock behind bars for real, serving time. Ain't nobody there. Ain't your friends at high school that was picking you up in their cars. And you done got knocked up and then you're embarrassing to them now. They don't want to be around you. So now we have on these bell-bottom jeans. And with these bell-bottom jeans, becomes the embarrassment of life. Our heads are down. We're by ourselves. We don't have anybody else to talk to. But this is the moment where God can reach you. If nobody reaches, nobody gets touched. This is where he can reach you. This is where he can finally get your attention and say, hey, daughter, do you hear me now? I've been trying. You've been trying on these jeans like it's Neiman's Market. I done told you. Hello, I'm here. How many of you here right now? Tell the truth. How many of you at this point right now in your life? I'm in a bell-bottom situation. I feel alone. I feel by myself. I feel like there's nobody there. I feel like it's just me. I'm here to tell you, that's you in this place today. This is not going to be where you remain because God is going to use your life. The rock-bottom situation that you are in is about to change today. I declare it over your life. I speak it over you now. In the name of Jesus, it changes today. It changes changes today. No more bell-bottom situations. No more rock-bottom situations to the point that I've hit rock bottom, to the point where I don't know where to go, to the point where I'm done living this lifestyle, and now all I can do is call on you, because I started with the blue jean, then I developed into the dark jean, from the dark jean to the fighting jean, from the fighting jean to the designer jean, from the designer jean to the hideaway jean, from the hideaway jean to the hand-me-down jean. God is saying, wake up, I'm trying to get your attention. The right now, jeans are still down here. Now that's what a rock bottom situation. And see, when you're in that rock bottom situation, as you begin to call on the Lord, as you begin to talk to Him, as you begin to allow Him to move in your life, some things begin to start to change. People start looking at you a little different. They're like, wait a minute, something's changing about her. You got to get to a point where you start changing, that people can start seeing some things. And once people start seeing you change, they begin to see things break off your life. See, because when things begin to break off your life, that tone begins to change. I ain't going to the club. I ain't laying with you. I ain't doing this with you. I ain't hanging out with you, because I got a lot to lose. I got so many things that I want to do in my life, and I realized that I came from the blue jean, from the blue jean to the dark jean, from the dark jean to the designer jean, from the designer jean to the hideaway jean, from the hideaway jean to the hand-me-down jean, from the hand-me-down jean to the rock bottom jean. Now I'm in these jeans, and I'm breaking away. I'm breaking away jeans. And see, I'm crazy. I don't like to be like everybody else. Right. I knew that from a little girl that was out there. I'm talking about George Jefferson. I'm talking about the Jetsons out of space. I already knew that about myself as a young girl, that I was just different. So these next pair of jeans, y'all can talk about me all y'all want to, but I traded all them jeans in. You know, everybody's like, you got the apple bottom jeans with the fur. Y'all know it. Everybody looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shawty got low. Sure did. Low self-esteem, low bank account. Everything about her got low. All she know how to do is drop it like it's hot, drop it low. Drop it low, girl. Drop it low, girl. Yep. Every time you drop it low, you just decreasing your value. So I decided to trade in the apple bottom jeans, the boots with the furs, to my homie jeans. See? Yeah. You can talk about me. Because I know who I am. I know whose I am. I know what I want to be. I know what I want to become. I done been down that road. I done tried on all them other jeans. You can't tell me nothing about fashion. I know it. I done owned the store. I done produced the store. I done created the store. I know these jeans very well, because I came from the blue jeans. From the blue jeans to the dark jeans. From the dark jeans to the fighting jeans. From the fighting jeans to the hand-me-down jeans. From the hideaway jeans to the bell-bottom jeans. To the jeans right now that I'm breaking away some stuff off to them holy jeans. You can't tell me. Are the jeans you share. The jeans you are wearing become the jeans you are sharing. And now, just because you accept Christ in your life,
Come now.
just because you tell that group of friends you ain't gonna hang out with them no more. Come on, Tim. Come on. Just because you tell Slick Willie Rick I ain't sitting with you no more. Just because you decide you're gonna put down the crack pipe does not mean that things are going to be smooth.
That's right.
Who promised you that? Who promised you that? The Lord says my yoke is easy. Yes. However, we're going to experience some things because we got to read some things of you. So, however, the Lord said that He will fight your battles. He said the vengeance is yours. When I decided to give up the stuff I did and develop my lifestyle in Christ, people turned against me. People talked about me. People scandalized my name. People stabbed me in the back. It was the most awful feeling. I'm like, Lord, wait a minute. I might as well have stayed out there if I'm going to go through all that. But He said, no. See, child, you got to learn how to put on these blood-stained jeans. Because let me tell you about these blood-stained jeans. He said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Fret not thyself because of evildoers. Neither be thy enemies of the workers of iniquity. He said, I got your back, daughter. You just put on these jeans, and as soon as you stop, you begin to kick people. me.
Right.
Nothing you do anymore is going to affect me because I know who I am. Jeans. And fighting jeans to the designer jeans. From the designer jeans to the hideaway jeans. From the hideaway jeans to the hand-me-down jeans. From the hand-me-down jeans to the rock bottom jeans. Now I know who I am. I'm beginning to break it off. And now I got all these blood-stained jeans and these holy jeans. You can't come for me. I got to see you do it. This ain't what you want. That's what you gotta start telling me. This ain't what you want. I'm a child of the King. I'm a child of the Most High. And see, this right here, ultimately, your parents' jeans I'm trying to be on. Yes, Lord. I'm trying to have on my overall jeans. I have the overall armor of God. The overall, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.